Check three, check three, check three. Deuce, 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 deuce. Back, back, back. Check 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Washington. 59 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry. Over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 52.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. And a pass complete here to Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety, so you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
12, fellas, here we go. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Go, 12.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. And it's third and short. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. And he's going to go down. He sacked back at the 24. Montez Sweat. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the drive with Love here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Tighten.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Come on, fellas. Here we go. Come on, get the flag. Shot. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Go. Hey, let's get there.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds McLaurin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, man, watch the booth. Wheel. Check. What? 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Haskins now already over 100 yards passing in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, come on. 20. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Garoppolo looks to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Here's Garoppolo to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. this one is right down the middle. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Haskins now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. He'll pitch it back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this one's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Coleman. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now. Yeah,
they are in that zone that you're talking about. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Save. It's a 6. Pull it. Let it go.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
56. Man, I got you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Open man here, Sims, complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Second down, Haskins. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here we go. 180. 20.
Focus, defense, focus.
Mike, 20.
Garoppolo on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Let's go, baby. Check. Cross. 65.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Here we go. Like 20.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Block.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by Troy Apke. And a short return to the 6-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Oh, you got deep? 36, 36. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 21, 21. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! Here we go, D. Here I come, here I come.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 80 yards. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Redskins 45, 49ers 34.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
On the set. 56 is the mic. I'm here already.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Let's go, Heavy. Any weapons? Let's roll it on. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. And he works free. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen. Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, now Haskins. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame. But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later? Who would that be? That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him? I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right? Yeah, I think he's doing okay. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go. 180. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On first down, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. Actually, I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined. I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts. Well, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Love. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A 93-yard kickoff return. And the 49ers get a score closer. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. This is going to be covered up by the Redskins. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on 1st down. Love. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love. 43 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, it's Love. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Here we go. 180.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.